Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here. So today I'm back with another client tutorial on the beautiful Adriana. Once again, her face is too perfect for me not to use again. So today we created this nice matte half cut crease, and if you're interested in seeing how it turned out, then please keep on watching. So first things first, we're going to prep her skin. So I'm taking this Glam Glow Glow Starter moisturizer in the shade Nude Glow. Oh my gosh, how many times am I going to say glow? And yeah, I'm just putting this all over her face just with the Duo Fiber brush. This is a really nice hydrating moisturizer, and it also leaves your skin with a really pretty glow. And then after this, of course, you guys know I like to use two primers. I'm going in with the Laura Mercier foundation primer, the Radiance one, just to add a little bit more of a more like intense glow. So I'm just putting this all over once again. So now that her face is nice and prepped, I'm going in with her brows. So I'm taking the shade Dark Brown from the ABH Pro Brow palette, and I'm just filling in her brows. Her brows don't really need much at all, so I'm just filling in any blank spaces with, this is a Morphe, it's just like an angled eyebrow brush, and I like this one because it has like the spoolie on the other end, so I just go between the both just to make sure the eyebrows are nice and blended. And then to carve them out, I'm taking my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Custard. You guys know I always use this, and I'm just carving the underneath and tops of her eyebrows. So next, instead of using like a base, I'm actually going to go with concealer. So this is the Too Faced Sculpt and Conceal in the shade Almond, and I'm just going to use this to prep her lids. As you can see, it's super full coverage, and I just felt like using like a concealer for a change. So I'm just packing this all over her lids, and then I go down and set it just with a little bit of translucent powder. Just because we are using a concealer, it can crease, so I prefer to set my base if I am using a concealer. So now for eyeshadow, I'm taking my Viseart Warm Neutrals palette. Now, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Is it Viseart or Viseart? But anyway, same thing. I'm taking just a mixture of the warm browns. As you can see, this whole palette is just like warm neutral browns. So yeah, I'm just taking that shade that I just showed you, and I'm just running this through her outer corner and her crease. And now I'm taking an ABH single shadow in the shade Caramel, and I'm using this on the outer corner and through a crease. Once again, this is just a nice, like really warm, like mustardy brown. I love this shade. And yeah, I'm just running that through her crease and outer corner. Just taking a darker brown from the Viseart or Viseart palette, and I'm packing this on the outer corner and also running like the remainder through the crease. I want mainly the main focus of this shade to be on the outer corners. Once I'm happy with the colors, I'm going to go in and cut her crease. So I'm just taking that same concealer, and I'm taking a little flat concealer brush, and I just begin to cut her crease. There's no need to use glitter glue since we are doing a matte eye look. So yeah, I'm just going with concealer, cutting her crease. As you guys can see, this look is really simple. You don't need a lot of shades or a lot of palettes. And it is a still really pretty glam look if you like something more on the matte side. So yeah, I'm just cutting a crease, and then I will go down and set that again with some translucent powder, just because it is a concealer and it will most likely crease. So now that we have the crease cut and set down, I'm going in back with those I'm going in with the pale shade first and just like re-intensifying the crease color just to make it quite bright. And then after that I go in with a mixture of the shades we used throughout the crease, and I'm just using that to blend the edges. As you can see right now, it looks quite messy and you don't want like that weird harsh line. So I feel like when you're blending with concealer, it's actually quite easy, especially if you've set it down. So yeah, I'm just taking a little blending brush and a mixture of those same brown shades and just blending that outer corner so it's nice and seamless. So once I'm happy with how blended I've made the outer corners, I'm going with my Maybelline Eyeshadow and I'm just going to be lining her lash line. We're not doing a wing or anything, we're just lining the lash line. Sorry that my head gets in a few of the shots, and sorry that I have no fake nails either, okay? Let's just ignore that. But yeah, I'm just creating a nice line. This eyeliner, as you can see, is super nice and matte and super black, which I love in an eyeliner. And then once I've got her liner mapped out, I'm going to go in with lashes. Well, I'm not sticking them on yet, but I'll show you guys what lashes. So these are the Tatti lashes in TL4. These are super nice and dramatic and wispy and fluffy. So here I'm just cleaning up the remainder of the eyeshadow, just creating a nice sharp edge. As you can see, we did have quite a bit of fallout, so that's why I prefer to do eyes first, so I can just easily clean it up. And so there you can see I've stuck on the lashes, the glue is just drying. I used the Duo latex free lash glue. And now I'm taking my beauty blender. This has a really long name. It's like Liquid Whip Bounce Foundation or something like that, in the shade 3.50, a nice tan shade. I really love this foundation. It has a beautiful finish. It's not too matte, it's not too dewy. It's like perfect in between. It's really nice full coverage as well, and it's really easy if you want to build it up. The only annoying thing is the shades. There are like, it's difficult to find a nice like tan shade because the majority of the shades are quite light. But anyway, I'm just using this and putting it all over her face to create a nice base. So next we're going to be concealing, and I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade 27S, which is just like a nice yellow undertone shade. And I'm just placing this under her under eyes and down the center of her face with my Model Rock Base Maker Sponge. I love this concealer. It really is super full coverage and flawless. So to set where we've put the concealer, I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just taking, this is a Real Techniques like setting brush, and I'm just pressing the powder underneath their eyes, inner smile lines, pretty much just where we put the concealer, just to really make sure the concealer is nice and set and we won't get any creasing. Okay, everybody get down if you feel me. Put your hands up to the ceiling. Everybody get down if you feel me. Come and put your hands up to the ceiling. Everybody get down if you feel me. Put your hands up to the ceiling. To set the rest of her face, of course, I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix powder in NC30, and I'm just pressing this all over just to make sure the foundation is nice and set. And then after her face is set, we're going to be going in with bronzer, and for bronzer I'm taking, first I'm taking my Fenty Island Ting bronzer, and I'm just putting this all around the perimeters of her face and like down her neck, her cheeks, forehead, and then I like to go in with a second bronzer, but first I'm just using this one. Put your hands up to the ceiling. The DJ come on your replay. I miss the DJ come on your replay. The dance floor wanting some more. All these gals on your dance floor. Miss the DJ come on your replay. Miss the DJ boy. All these girls on the dance floor wanting some more. Miss the DJ, won't you turn the music So the next bronzer I'm taking, which you guys probably already knew, is MAC Give Me Sun. This just helps bring a lot more warmth to her face. So again, I'm just running that over the exact same areas where we put that Fenty one. As you can see, it just brings a bit more of that orangey shade. And then after this, I want her face to be really nice and glowy since her eyes are matte. So I'm taking my MAC Gold Deposit. So this I use just on top of the bronzer. It just helps like matte bronzers by giving them a really pretty like gold sheen. I love this stuff. You only need the smallest amount as well, and just helps give that like overall glow, as you guys can see. So next for blush, I'm taking this Chloe and Malika Becca palette, and I'm just taking the top like peachy pink shade, and I'm going quite heavy with the blush. I think it looks really nice on her skin tone and with the rest of the look. So yeah, I'm just placing this on the apples and then brushing it back so it can blend in with the bronzer. So as you saw, I just cleaned up the edges of her cheeks just with some translucent powder, and now I'm going to be highlighting. So I'm taking my Dior Glow palette. I love this highlight. I'm taking the gold shade. It is the most beautiful like highlighter ever. As you can see, I have hit pan on it, and I really do love it. It's just like the perfect shade. It's super nice and fine, so I feel like it just melts into the skin so easily. So as you can see, I'm just highlighting all the high points of her face. I also just go in with a pencil brush and the same highlighter just to highlight her inner corners, and then next we're going to be finishing off the under eyes. So I'm taking the same Viseart palette and I'm just mixing a few of the warm browns we used and just running this underneath her lash line. And then after that, I'm just going to be brushing away that bake. We don't need to leave it on for too long. And then I'm going to be going in and setting her brows. So to set her brows, I'm taking my Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 5, which is just a nice like brown tinted brow gel, and I'm just brushing her eyebrow hairs upwards. So now what I'm doing, oh here's a lovely close-up, I'm just going to be running my black liner on her lash line just to cover any glue, and then I'm going to be coating her top and bottom lashes with some mascara. I'm just using a Maybelline mascara, and I'm just making sure no lashes are peeking through. And then to do her lips, I'm taking my MAC Spice lip liner, I'm pretty sure, no, Subculture lip liner, and I'm just lining her lips. And then for lipstick, I didn't show it because it wouldn't focus, but it's MAC Peach Stock, which is a really, really pretty peachy nude. And I'm just putting this all over her lips. And then for the lip gloss, because we have matte eyes, I feel like a glossy lip would just go really, really nicely. I'm taking this Peaches and Cream gloss in the shade Dream On. I had to read that because I forgot. And then I'm just placing this all over. As you can see, it just like ties in really nicely with the whole look. And what I like to do after lips, I like to go with my concealer brush and just make sure the edges are nice and sharp. It just helps the lips look like neater overall. And then I'm going to be setting her face. So I'm taking my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist and just spraying that all over. And then we're going to move on to highlighting the chest. So as you can see for her chest area, I'm just mixing that same highlighter palette, just a few of the shades, and just putting this on her collarbones, shoulders, chest, all that area. And then I also take my Vanity Australia Glow Set, what is it called? Glow. I'll show you guys in a minute. I think it's like Glow, Ready Set Glow. I knew it was something like that. And I'm just spraying this all over her chest as well. This just helps give that really nice like wet glowy look. And that is the end of the look. So that is the end of the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this client tutorial, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye!
It goes 1 by 1, even 2 by 2. Everybody in the club will be rocking when I'm through. Let the bass from the speakers run through your sneakers. Move both your feet and run to the beat. Come run. The chances of that happening.
What just happened? It worked.
Amazing! I love that. Oh, it works.
What?
And you full went hard too.
I know. Is it cold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells like lemongrass.
Yeah, it smells like, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like sour.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just smelling myself.
Yeah.
It smells. It smells